is up? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Crystal. Today I'm going to be doing what probably every other person in your YouTube feed is doing, and I'm going to be giving you my Sephora holiday event sale recommendations, but mine has a twist. I'm also going to tell you some products I've recently bought that, in my opinion, aren't worth buying. And then at the end, because I figure some of you have to be nosy like me, I'm going to let you know what is in my cart currently. I'm still trying to dwindle it down because I don't want to spend as much as I have in there. But I'll let you know kind of where I'm at, what's currently in my cart. If that sounds like something that's fun to you, and if you're not sick of these videos yet, then let's just jump right on in and get started. I do want to let you know it's super exciting for me. I finally was able to get into the Magic Links program. So I am going to be linking the products that I talk about down below for you. Also just a general Sephora link, and I just want to let you know that if you do shop through those links, if you click on that link and then complete your purchase, which it doesn't look any different for you, it just takes you to the Sephora site, it does give me a small commission, which would be really awesome because I buy a lot of stuff basically for my channel, so this definitely would really help, considering I've been monetized since the middle of August, and I think I've made $61 so far from AdSense. So yeah, I'm learning that these links to products really is what makes YouTube possible to be a job. So not that I'm saying it's my job. You know what I'm saying. And let's just stop. Let's just go. Okay, so I want to talk about I think this is maybe the newest thing that I got, and it's so beautiful. And I know there's tons of videos out on it already, but I will still be doing a video on this palette. This is of course, the Rose Quartz palette from Huda Beauty. This palette, you guys, is just even more stunning in person. I hope I'm not blinding you. I'll insert a close-up here that I took a video of these shades. They are just so sparkly and beautiful. I find the quality to be better quality than the little Wild Obsessions palettes for sure. I've worn this every day since I got it. I just threw one eyeshadow on because I didn't have makeup on and I wanted to film this video. So I actually just have the shade right here, this Energized shade, all across my lid. That's it. With my mascara that I'm going to talk about next. This palette is a regular $67 palette. So getting any sort of a discount, 20%, 15, or 10, anything is better than paying full price. And I definitely think it's worth your money if you're into these kind of colors, if you love sparkly things. If you're not into sparkly eyeshadow, then this probably isn't for you. But if you love to sparkle and shine and you love this color story, I would definitely recommend this one. Let's talk about the mascara that I'm wearing with it today. Let's just get that out of the way. I brought the box out because we've talked about it before. I'm a weirdo and I keep the box to everything that I buy. This is the RMS Beauty Straight Up Volumizing Peptide Mascara. That's why I had to get the box out, because the packaging, let me show you. It's just a silver tube. And you can barely read the writing on there. At least I can't with my old lady eyes, so I wanted to get the name of it right. But this is a clean beauty formula. Let me show you the wand. It's just a good size natural bristle wand, and I believe I already said it's clean beauty, but I just really love the way it makes my lashes look. It's not a really wet heavy formula, but it's also not too dry, so it gives my lashes plenty of lift. I don't get spider lashes. They don't stick together. I'm able to use this brush both on the top and bottom lashes. I just think it's a really nice one. I don't find it to be flaking. It doesn't irritate my eyes. I am a contact lens wearer, so that does come into play sometimes. But I think this is a really good one, and a chance to get it on sale, even better. So these are brand new. I seen it on the Sephora site and I had to try it. I guess it's called the Crayon Glaze. Is that the name of the actual thing? I purchased it in the color Champagne. There are, I think, 6 different colorways. This is what it looks like. You'll probably recognize it. I feel like every time I hit search new makeup, this comes up. So one end is a eyeshadow stick crayon, and then the other end is a liquid shadow. I'll show you in a second. I'm just going to swatch for you because it does swatch really pretty. You can see how reflective it is. The crayon part I really didn't have any trouble with. You just apply it directly to the eye, and then I used a small blender brush to blend it out a little bit. You have to be careful because it will you know, kind of blend away if you overblend. And then I just applied this over the top. Now it says you can like let it dry and keep applying in layers to build intensity. Because I do find it to be, I'm going to swatch it by itself and then I'll do a swatch over the crayon. But as you can see, it is very, like, directly on. If the light doesn't catch it, it's completely see-through. But when the light catches it, it has a nice little reflection there. But what I found when I applied it to the lid, really, I had a hard time with it showing up, except for in the spots where it was over the base crayon. And it says you can wear either one by themselves or wear them together. So that's what it looks like over the crayon. You can definitely see how that does intensify it. I did experience like a little bit of kind of like not stinging, but like burning when I applied the liquid shadow part onto my eyeball. Now I will say that this does tend to happen with some other liquid shadow formulas, like the Stila ones and stuff, but you know, it goes away in I'd say like 30 seconds to a minute. But I did notice, and I'll insert some footage here, I sent this video to my friend. I'd only had it on for a couple minutes, and really it just showed up the best using them both together. I definitely couldn't use like one or the other by themselves. Yeah. And then it was already starting to crease on me, and I mean, keep in mind I am 40 years old, so I do have, you know, the fine lines and stuff in my eyes. But for this is $30, and I don't know, I just what it is and for how it turned out looking, I just wasn't super impressed, especially not for $30. I don't even know that with the 20% off that I would repurchase this. Just kind of not my speed. So I just wanted to share that with you because I know like these are on like the new makeup page and like kind of like in your face, and a lot of people were commenting on them and excited about them, and I just wanted to share my experience because there's not a whole lot of reviews on these yet. Next, this is a tried and true product for me. Like, I might as well call myself a project panner over here. Not if you have been around here, you know I have a lot of stuff and not a lot of it gets a whole lot of love, like multiple times. Like, I'm not hitting pan on anything around here, but I have the most naturally dry, chapped lips. Like, it will peel off, my skin on my lips will literally peel off. If you go back and look at old videos, I almost always have like some sort of like an owie looking on my lip, because I can't help but like when there's a piece of dry skin, like I will pull it. So I've tried so many different things for my lips as well. I've tried the Laneige, I always say that wrong, the sleeping mask, and that does work really beautifully. I have the Kaleidos lip mask, and that does work too, but it's just does work for such a short amount of time. And I'd heard great things about this. It's the Too Faced Hangover Pillow Balm. This is the original. It's just this light pink color. It really doesn't have a color on your lips. It gives this nice, like almost like minty sensation to the lips. I use it all day long whenever I think about it, but especially at night after my skincare routine, I do a lip scrub. I'd say like every other night I do the lip scrub. I don't want to over exfoliate them, but then right afterwards I apply this, and my lips are doing so much better. I mean, like, look. Usually if I went like this, you would see some sort of an owie on them. Like, I'm wearing 2 layers of lipstick, and one of them's like a matte lipstick, and they still look like this okay. And that's all thanks to this product. So definitely picking up a couple of these. I think I have 2 in my cart. I think I have an original, and I'm going to try the watermelon because it says in the reviews that it's like watermelon Jolly Rancher, and that's like one of my favorite scents. So that one does have a little more pinky color to it, and so that's why like I didn't want to get them both that, because I really like this one that really doesn't have any color. It doesn't transfer on anything. And I think honestly this is going to be my favorite, but I'm going to try it anyway. Okay, next, I really want to talk about this product. I bought this because of Tati. This is the, I always have to read it, the Tarte Timeless Smoothing Primer Base. I picked up just the small one. They have 2 sizes. So they have the full size that's $38, and then they have this small one that is $19. I think it's exactly half the size. So it's not really saving any money to buy the bigger one. And I've had this for 2 months, and that's all that I've used. I literally just take this and use it where my pores are the largest, so like right here on the sides of my nose, and like this part of my chin. This is a really good product. I think a lot of people are going to be recommending it because I think a lot of people tried it because of Tati, and fell in love with it just like I did. So I said I used that primer in my, whatever this is my T-zone. Everywhere else, I use the Tatcha, the Liquid Silk Canvas. This is a pricey product, so if you can get it on a discount, highly recommend doing that. It's basically this, but in like a more moisturizing, like a little bit thinner consistency. I do have like kind of oily skin, or I can get oily through my T-zone, but then I get really dry on my forehead, the outside of my cheeks. So I really like to go in with this pretty much everywhere else. It just gives me like a nice moisturized base for my foundation to go over smoothly. I'll even wear this if I'm not wearing foundation. Lately, like I'm not wearing any liquid foundation right now at all. I don't know. I'm just having like a day and I didn't even really want to put on makeup. So I just have on the Tatcha Dewy Skin, and then I'm wearing the Dior Powder No Powder, which is a thing we're going to talk about in a second. And then I don't think Sephora sells it, but I have on the Nikita or the Dragon Beauty Transformative powder, and I just use that under my eyes and like over my dark spots. And you guys, it's basically like concealer powder. It's crazy. And like, I don't think I look like a hot powdery mess. Like from a good distance, I feel like it looks like I have foundation on. So it just provides like a really nice even base. I definitely think you can get similar effect for cheaper, but you know, if you're looking to kind of give a product to make yourself feel like bougie, or you know, just kind of boost and like, you know what I mean, just something that like makes you feel really good just because you like it and you like the, you know, the whole experience. I mean, the whole thing is an experience. It just looks luxurious, the color is beautiful, it feels nice on your skin. So yeah, this is definitely one of my recommendations. The next thing that I want to talk about, where to go? I'm going to skip over from makeup for just a second and talk about 2 skincare products that I've really been loving, and definitely if you can get them on sale, you should get them on sale. So the first, this is actually just a little sample size that I got, but it was the easiest to grab, and I'm picking up another bigger jar during this sale. This is the Josie Maran 100% Argan oil. I have been absolutely loving this. I don't use it in my hair. I use it on my skin. So I noticed that in the last like year, especially going into like the fall and winter season, my skin gets so dry. And I can get like actual like flaking in the skin, like under my eyes and like in my eyebrows and stuff, and it's not cute. So I have been using this oil, like I don't like obviously like get it all over my eye, but I'll pat it like right here, like where my crow's feet are or were, and underneath my eye, and it just gives a nice plumpness to the skin. It doesn't feel gross. It soaks in really well. And I'm finding like it's really helping that area to look so much better. And when I have it on and it's like fully plumped, like when I smile, like these lines are so much less apparent than they are when my skin is dry. So I've been really loving this. Of course, there's tons of different choices for skin oils. But this is the one I like. Some of the other ones have a little bit of fragrance or something, and they've irritated my skin, or I don't feel like they like absorb. And I was never a skin oil person, like ever. I thought it felt gross. But this is like the first one that I've used that I can stand. It doesn't have a nasty smell. And in the scheme of like prices of other facial oils, it's definitely not way out in left field. You know what I mean? I feel it's very comparable. They do make one with CBD. I think it's called Skin Dope. It's a little bit more expensive. Honestly, I think the original is probably the best, and I think the reviews and stuff online definitely reflect that too. So sometimes if the basics work, don't mess with them. You know what I mean? So this is a high, like, especially if you deal with dry under eyes, like you're kind of battling crow's feet, anywhere where you're super dry or get dry patches, this is amazing. For the rest of my face though, I'm using a very similar product. You know, when I find something that works, I like go all in. So this is the Josie Maran Whipped Argan Oil Face Butter in unscented. So they have obviously they have a scented and unscented, or they wouldn't label this one unscented. I'm so silly. So this is the whipped version of that. This is what it looks like inside. You get 50 milliliters of product. This is $42. regular price. I actually really lucked out. When I went into Sephora the other day to pick up the Rose Quartz palette, I was looking all over for this because it was like a smaller Sephora inside like a JCPenney's. And I was at the checkout and I turned around and I seen the display behind me and it said 30% off entire brand. And it was like really picked over, but there was one of these left. And I was like so excited to get it for 30% off because they weren't on sale online at all. And when she rang it up 50% off. So I got this for $21 and I was like, oh my gosh, like this never happens to me. But this is an amazing product. So I put the oil, like I said, concentrate the oil right here, through here, sometimes like through the eyebrows, depending, you know, like how dry that area is. And then I'll go in with this all over the face, even in the parts of my face where I get oily, because I feel like if I can really get a nice, you know, moisture balance, then my skin does create less oil there. Again, fragrance free. It soaks right in. I mean, it might feel like a little greasy for like 30 seconds, but then it soaks in. I don't have to worry about like getting my pillow nasty. My hair doesn't stick to my face, anything like that. And if you are a dry being like I am, I definitely recommend this product because it is doing wonders for my skin. Okay, so let's get back into the makeup. Definitely I'm seeing, besides that Huda Beauty palette, I'm seeing a lot of people talk about this one. I think almost everyone probably has this one, but if you don't, this would be the time to get it. This is a $68 palette. I'm trying to wipe off my fingerprints, but it's just not happening. That's the only thing bad about the Patrick Top packaging is everything that I have like is literally just covered in fingerprints, and just you might as well give up because you're not going to be able to keep it clean. But this is the Major Dimension eyeshadow palette. This was flooded all over YouTube a couple months ago, and for good reason. It is a stunning, stunning palette. If you are into neutrals, if you love sparkly, beautiful things, this is definitely one that I love and I use a lot, and I would just really love if I would have got it on sale. 20% off would have been super awesome. But you know, I am a type A personality. When I see something I want, I have a really hard time waiting. But if you did, then this is your lucky day because you can get it a lot cheaper than I did. Highly recommend that if you like neutrals. The next thing, since I already showed you, this is the, what do they call it? The Patrick Ta Cream Contour and Powder Bronzer Duo. I have the lightest one. It's called She's Statuesque. Took me forever to figure out how to open this. If you look from the side, I always want to grab it here and pull up, but you have to actually grab the bottom. Oh my god, I still can't get it. And lift up. So in here you have your cream product on the top, and then it has a nice little cover on it, and then you have your powder on the bottom. This is one you could go in either order. You could put the powder and then do the cream on top. Sometimes I just go in with either one or the other. Today I just literally used the powder because I was being lazy and I didn't want to do full makeup. So I just used the powder bronzer on my face. That's it. I just think the color is really nice. It's not too red. It's not too, you know, too warm. It's just a really, really nice color. There are like light, medium, and deep in this. So there's a color for everybody. And I don't know, Patrick Ta just makes really, really nice products. Like almost everything I've tried from him, I've really loved. Let's talk about this blush palette that broke the internet. So everyone is ordering this. Earlier today, I did notice that it was back in stock. I had ordered it last week when it came in stock for like less than 24 hours. But of course, mine came with the plastic sheet that covers the creams. Like the piece broke off during shipping, and so there's no way to keep the powder out of the cream and keep the cream from, you know, drying up. So unfortunately I had to send it back, but now it's back in stock. But before I sent it back, since I knew I had to return it anyway because it was broken, I did try out the shades. Definitely that palette is not for the faint of heart. Maybe I'm thinking for light to medium and deeper, it's probably a wonderful like everyday blush palette, but I am very, very fair. I would say uncooked chicken, like Teresa's Dead says. And for me, it was just a little much, even with a light hand. So I'm not super, super sad about having to send it back. I think it's a very beautiful blush palette. The formula is wonderful. I won't argue with that. I wish that he had made two colorways. I wish he had one that was like a little more timid, you know, for us or fair skin gals, or for those who love blush, but like a more natural looking kind of color blush, if that makes sense. So I will link it down below if, you know, it's something that you're really wanting, just so it's easy access for you. But if you are really, really light, it's a lot. It's like very, very pigmented and very, very bright. I want to talk about this set. I threw away the box, but this is the Too Faced set. It's the You're So Hot. You get a bronzer and a lip gloss and this cute little makeup bag. You could either get it for yourself or it would make a beautiful gift for someone who loves makeup. It's a very, this is what the bronzer looks like. It's so cute. This is the packaging. I did haul this in a previous video. And then it's just a little like a cup of hot chocolate with the whipped cream on there. And then the lip gloss is a beautiful, it's the plumping gloss, but it's just a gorgeous color. It's like this mauve brown color, really high shine, just really nice. And the packaging is super cute. You get the bronzer, the lip gloss, and the cute little makeup bag. For retail's $39, so with 20% off, you're looking at saving about $7.50. Bringing it right around just over $30, and it's a really, really cute set, and it would make a cute gift for anyone in your life that loves makeup. Oh my gosh, how many bronzers am I gonna have in this video? Just noticed that. Okay, let's talk about the Hollywood Flawless filter from Charlotte Tilbury. I just picked stuff off the shelf that I wanted to talk about and threw it in my bag. So I apologize if this is in totally random order. I am not a professional. This is my first Sephora sale video, so just take it easy on me, okay? I have mine in the shade 1 Fair because I am super light. I like to go in with this just lightly under foundation to give me a nice little glow, especially if I'm using a more matte foundation. You can also use it just over the top for a subtle highlight. Next thing I want to talk about is another powder. Oh my gosh, I'm so into powder right now. So we have the Dior Powder No Powder. I have mine in the shade 2N, which is light neutral. At first I thought this was actually gonna be a little deeper, too deep for me, but it actually buffs into the skin, and I mean you can tell it's a little deeper than my neck and stuff, but I think that's a good match. I think the next one might be too light. I am gonna order the one in during the sale just to see, but if it's too light then I won't use it. But you have to be really careful, I want to tell you, because it can literally just disconnect and come out. That's what happened. The second time I used it, I was holding it and it just fell out. So just be careful and hold yours like this. It is held together, luckily, because it's got this built-in plastic grid inside, which is kind of weird, but I was grateful for it because, it's $40 or something like that, and it would have completely busted all over if it didn't have that in there. But this powder just looks beautiful, you guys. I mean, I'm not trying to toot my own horn or anything, but like I said, I'm not wearing liquid foundation at all. I only have powder on, and I don't think you know what I mean? I don't look like a dusty, hot, powdery mess, which is amazing considering I'm only wearing powder and I have naturally dry skin. So I think it's a testament both to my Josie Maran products, but also to the powder itself. It's a beautiful, beautiful powder, and I know a lot of people really love it. Samantha March absolutely loves it. A lot of people love it. Irrelevant. Another powder, though, that's really, really good that I tried recently is the Kosas Cosmetics, the Breezy's the color. It is the Cloud Set powder. I have it in the shade Breezy, which I'm thinking is the fair or the light. Comes in this cute little container like this, kind of like the bronzer, but it's the clear component. And it does have, it's a little dome. I've used quite a bit of this. This was just actually a, offer with purchase kind of thing at Sephora. It was a third of the size of the full size, and I was able to get 2 of them, so I'm really excited because I really love it. I've used quite a bit of it already. It just is a really nice, finely milled powder. I talked about it in a recent video. I really like to use this under my eyes and put it, I get redness kind of right here around my nose. It's another one of those powders that you can use. It'll give you light coverage. It's another one I can go in with just a buffer brush when I don't want to use foundation and I don't look like a powdery mess. It's just a really, really nice powder. This one's slightly more affordable than the Dior, and I think they're both really beautiful. I'm really loving Kosas this year. Their products are really, really nice. So this, I liked it so much I bought 2. I guess I was thinking one for home, one for my purse. But I don't know, I just kind of use both of them at the same time. They're both in the shade 1. It's a beautiful concealer. It has really good coverage. It's not too drying. It's very hydrating. And in fact, if you apply it and you let it set for a second before you blend it out, the longer you let it set, the more coverage it's going to give you. It's just, I don't know, it's really nice. The undertone is really nice in it. I know a lot of people are really loving this. I think this is on a lot of lists and a lot of these videos. So if you are looking, if you're in the market for a new concealer, the Kosas one's definitely a good one. Then the last Kosas thing, where did it go? There's the Kosas lip oils, you guys. I got this in one of the Sephora holiday sets, the one that has like the mini glam. Is that in here too? Not the mini glam. It has the baby Biba. I'm sorry, I'm not with it. It's a great set. I think it's like $56. That would be another thing, definitely, like with 20% off that, it's already a good deal. Okay, Crystal. I was focusing on the Kosas lip oil. So this is in the shade Dip, and it's just a really beautiful, like, sparkly bronze shade. It's not sticky. It feels really nice on the lips. And I do like that Kosas is clean beauty. But yeah, this is just a really, really beautiful formula, and I really like this color, Dip. Dip is a great color. And again, that's in, you can purchase it on its own, or you can also get it as part of that Sephora set. Speaking of sets, let's talk about some of the gift sets. So we have some Tarte gift sets. I know people have done videos on them earlier because they've been out now for a little over a month. But this is the like cheek set. I believe it's like $36 or $39. I think it's $39. But you get 4 blushes and a highlighter. This is the actual size. Each one is 1.5 grams, which I think the full size are like 6 grams of the blushes. But it's still 1.5 grams is a good amount of product, especially these are really pigmented and really nice, and you don't need a whole lot. And all these colors are super wearable. You get a light pink, a peach, a like mauve color, and then like a deeper rose color. The highlighter looks more intimidating, like to look at. It's called Fantasy. And I was just to look at it, it looks like it would be too dark of a highlighter for my face. But once you actually get it on your brush and put it on your skin, it's very neutral. I think this is a shade that's going to work for a lot of people. If you haven't tried the blush formula, or you just want to have like a lot of variety and a really good quality formula, this is a really nice set. Make a really nice gift. You could give it to one person, or you could get it and kind of break it up and give everybody something out of it with like a little Starbucks card or something. I don't know. They're really cute and they're really good quality, and I wear them a lot. So I would highly recommend that. So Tarte has these sticks, and they're called the Quick Sticks. And one side is like a crayon, kind of like the iconic London or like the Laura Mercier shadow sticks. And then the other side is just their regular eyeliner. These are amazing. They sell these like in the regular line. I think there's like 5 or 6 different colorways, and these sell for $25 a piece. But they have a set for Christmas where you get these 3 colors, very wearable, everyday. Like I get use out of all of these. These are all 3 full size, and this set is $29 for all 3. So you get 1 for $25 or 3 for $29, and then plus you add this Sephora discount on top of that, and amazing. These are great for if you're in a hurry. I just swipe it on, kind of pat it around with my finger, throw on some mascara and a lip balm or a lip gloss, and like I look like I really, really tried. I love these for that. You get, let's see, you get like a rose gold, you get a light bronze, and then like a little bit of a darker bronze. And then the eyeliner colors are just kind of like a burgundy, a brown, and a black. These are really, really nice. And a lot of people, I've seen like reviews on the holiday sets, and a lot of people are really, really enjoying those. I have a second concealer in this video because I have been on a little bit of a concealer kick. Like I said, I've been really struggling with my under eyes, with them being dry, and then also with them being super dark because cats are nocturnal and mine like to keep me up all night. So I ended up picking up this concealer in 2 shades. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Magic Touch Concealer. It was kind of really hard for me, at least, to tell online what color was going to work for me. And they're actually I got shade 2 and shade 4, and they're actually not that different. I've actually shown these in like another video, but I will swatch them for you. So on top is 2, and then right underneath that is the shade 4. Like once they're blended, I sent my friend a picture and she really couldn't tell which was which. Like on my hand, it looks like you could tell the difference, but that's because it's like so thick and like built up together. See, once they're blended in, especially with your foundation underneath, I don't know, you really can't tell a whole lot of difference. But I kept them both because I figure I can use the lighter one for when I want to like highlight and accentuate, and then I can use the number 4 for, you know, all over, like for zits and stuff like that. You know what I mean? It's a really nice concealer. I mean, I don't think everybody needs to get 2 colors. I had just ordered 2 and ended up trying both of them, and I didn't want to return one of them, so I went ahead and kept them because it's a really nice formula. I can actually go in, I mean, obviously I can just wear powder and be okay with it, but I like to go in and, like, if I have any blemishes or whatever, I'll just cover those, and then my circles with the concealer, like, kind of blend it, and then just go in with powder and have that be everything for my base that day. It's just really nice. It's hydrating. I think it looks really good coverage without being cakey or anything like that, and it's a super, super good one. What I got 2 more things. No, 3. I'm sorry, I'm a liar. This is the Charlotte Tilbury the under eye concealer. I have mine in the shade Fair. This is what it looks like. I do have a video where I compared this with the Becca under eye, which again they do have. It's under Becca, or Smashbox Loves Becca, and it does look to be the same exact as the original, but I think they added one more color, which is really cool, trying to be more inclusive. But out of the 2, I really like this one better. The Becca one, I might have to try the middle shade now that Smashbox offers, because the one I have was the light one, and I'm light, and it was really, really bright. Even for me, I had to go in and cover concealer on top of it because it was just too bright. But this one is like really honestly like a perfect match for me. And I can just go in with my finger and just tap it on, and it looks wonderful. I feel like I'm able to use this a lot easier and quicker than the Becca one. It is pretty pricey. It's like $30 or $32. So if you can get a discount on it and you've been wanting to try it, this would be a great time. And then last but certainly not least, I picked up this set. I'm not sure if it's on there. I think this was last year's set. I'll have to look and see. I know there's a set from Bobbi Brown on there, but I haven't tried the Bobbi Brown ones yet. This is the Laura Mercier Caviar Sticks. This set came with 4 of the minis. I've been having so much fun with these. They're very comparable to the Tarte sticks. I'm just really been into like the really quick, you know, one and done and out the door, like put it on, blend it, mascara, and go. And this is a really nice formula. I had heard so many good things about these Caviar sticks, and they are pretty pricey. Like, I think they're $26 a piece for the full size. So if you can get a little set like this where you get to try multiple colors, and it is a decent amount of product, you're not really using a whole lot of these. And if you're like me and you have like a lot of different makeup, like sometimes these minis actually are a better deal because I'm not going to use a whole one before it goes bad. So definitely would recommend either trying, if they have a set of these. I know for sure they have a set of these, and they're, like I said, they're very, very similar. They look the same on the eye. You wouldn't be able to be like, oh, she's wearing the Tarte one, or oh, that's, you know, the Caviar stick. Like, you really can't tell once they're on the eye, and they're both really, really nice. So probably money-wise, this is like the better deal. And yeah, but I really like both of them. Okay, well, that is everything that I wanted to show you. So now let's jump in and see what's in my cart, because, you know, I'm nosy, and why not? Let's talk about it. Let's taco about it. You know that meme where the taco is talking? Yeah. Okay, so like I said, this is not my final cart. I know I have a problem with buying too much makeup, but, you know, it is what it is. It's also my birthday month, so I have a birthday gift coming. I'm so excited. They're, of course, reminding me that I am Rouge. Okay, so currently in my cart, I have, the first item I have is the Huda Beauty Glowish Vegan Blush Powder. I'm getting shade 1, Healthy Peach. I recently, so the Rose Quartz palette, there's that, you know, the Petri dish highlighter. Sephora didn't carry that, so I did have to order that off the Huda Beauty website. And so a lot, like, I wanted to get free shipping, so I did order the Caring Coral version of that blush. I've heard that it's very nice on the skin and looks really similar to the Glowish bronzer, which I don't know why I didn't mention, probably because I already had 2 bronzers in this video. But let me show you in case you've never seen it. I've talked about it a lot on my channel. So this is the Glowish bronzer, and it's actually one of my favorites. I have the shade Light. It's in my little everyday drawer right here because I love it so much, and I'm really excited to try the blush formula. So I did want to pick up another color of that. Like I said, I know that these are really, really light. I've seen in the review videos, but that's the kind of blush that I really enjoy, is like a more natural, lighter blush, and I looked really pretty layered with the Caring Coral shade, so I'm really excited to get that. Next up in my cart, there's an eyelash on my phone, is that I'm picking up the Farmacy Green Clean Makeup Removing Cleansing Balm in the 3.4 ounce size for $34. I was gonna get the gift set where you got, there's a set for $42 where you get 3 1.7 ounce jars in different like scents. But I don't know, I'm just worried that I won't enjoy those scents. Like, I'm not really into like lemon. It just reminds me of cleaning, like household cleaning products. So I just went ahead and stuck with the original and picked up one of those. I think it's really, really nice. I use micellar water mostly for my eye makeup, but sometimes I feel like, especially with something that might stain like a pink or a purple or something like that, like I'm having to really kind of rub, and I'm trying to avoid that. And I've heard nothing but great things about the Green Clean moisturizing or makeup removing balm. Plus, I like the other Farmacy things. I have the moisturizer to that line. I also have the toner to that line. So Farmacy they're great products. Everything they have, I've tried it. It's been great. I'm going to pick up the Tower 28 Sunny Days SPF Tinted Sunscreen Foundation. I've gone back and forth as to which color I think I'm going to be. But I settled on 10 Larchmont because I think Melrose might be just slightly too dark and they're out of the lightest one. So that leaves me with that. I'm going to be picking up the Cinema Secrets Tropical Lemon Makeup Brush Cleaner Pro Starter Kit. It's regular price $26. You get 8 ounces. It's supposed to be amazing for cleaning brushes. And you guys, I need to clean my brushes. And normally, like, I use a solid tin one and you have to get your brush wet and swirl it. And it takes forever. And I have so many. Like, this is just supposed to make it faster and wonderful. And the reviews are all excellent. So we're going to be trying that. I have my Too Faced Hangover Balm in there, like I was telling you, in the flavor original, I guess. Oh, I didn't even talk about this, probably because, I've talked about it before. I am going to get the Selena Gomez Rare Beauty. The Rare Beauty by Selena Gomez, the Perfect Strokes Universal Volumizing Mascara. I do have it in a little sample size, and I have been absolutely loving it. So I'm going to be picking up the full size in that. Not that I need to. I have like 50 million mascaras, but I don't know, it's really, really good. It's like really hard to pass it up. I did have the Iconic London crayon in there. I'm going to be removing that right now, because like I said, unfortunately I didn't like it. I definitely don't think it's worth $30. Next up, this is a maybe. It's in the cart right now, but I'm not sure it's gonna stay there. I have the Gucci Poudre de Beauté Eclat Solil bronzing powder. It's the one that's in the little turquoise compact there, the bronzer in shade 1. I've heard the color is amazing for light skin, fair skin. It is $62, so I don't know. I'm thinking about it. I have a thing for bronzer, like, I don't know what it is. Probably because I'm so pale and it gives me color, but definitely thinking about getting that one. Next up, I have Tatcha the Rice Wash Skin Softening Cleanser. Normally I use the Fresh Soy Makeup Removing Cleanser, but moving into the winter season, I really need something that's going to be a little bit more hydrating, something like kind of more on the creamy consistency rather than a gel. And that one has amazing reviews, and I really do enjoy my other Tatcha skincare products, so I'm going to be trying that one out. You get 4 ounces for $35, which is pretty steep for a face cleanser, but I trust them. I've never had a problem with any Tatcha product I've ever gotten. And you really just take a small amount. So I think it'll last me through the months that I need it to last me through. Then next up, of course, I have my Josie Maran Argan Oil in there. I'm telling you guys, if you suffer from dry skin, or even if you are battling anti-aging, just like, I literally just take my finger over the top of the bottle and just get what comes out of my finger and just tap it on these crow's feet. I'm telling you, works better than anything I've ever tried, ever. Next up, I have my Backstage Face and Body Powder, no powder. I am going to pick it up in the shade 1. Like I said, I have the shade I don't know why I'm pointing over there because it's right here. I have the shade 2 Neutral, which is like a light neutral. I'm just going to see how much lighter that is comparing them side by side. I wish I had a Sephora that's closer to me. I have to drive an hour to the nearest one, and that one didn't have Dior like in store. It's just a smaller Sephora. And then the last thing in my cart for right now, I'm sure this will change before, you know, midnight tonight, but I have the Huda Beauty Baggage Claim Eye Masks. Normally you get 6 sets of them for $25, and this one you get 12 sets of them for $34. These eye masks are amazing. I've heard like amazing things. I got like a one pack like in a subscription box, and they're the best ones I've ever tried. Normally they're either like they don't stick and they fall off, or you have to like lay completely flat to get them to stay. These ones are just really, really nice. They're like quite large, so they cover a large surface area. They're like the perfect shape, so they're not like sticking up into your eye, and like that's a really, really good deal. I think they put out like this size value box or whatever at Christmas time, and I've definitely thought about picking up more than one, but I'm just like, Crystal, till 12 of them, that's like 3 months worth if you do it once a week. You know, we need to exercise caution. I know it's really easy. I know I don't want to speak for you too, but for me, I have to be careful because it's really easy for me to focus on the fact that I am getting a good price over like what I actually need. I mean, because if we're honest 100%, I really don't need any of this stuff. It's a want. So definitely just, you know, try to, you know, ask yourself, is this something that I'm really going to use? Is this something, I mean, you know, figure out like cost per use. If it's something you only think you're going to use a couple times, definitely it's obviously not as good of a value as something that you know you love and you're going to use on a daily basis. I don't know, just stop, pause, breathe, think. That's all I'm gonna say. Because I am no one to talk. I definitely overbuy. But you know, definitely don't get yourself into any trouble over anything. Like, it's just makeup. It's supposed to be fun. And I hope you guys get some stuff that you really, really love. Once again, if you want to use my links below and help support the channel, that would be super, super awesome. I'm super new to this. But yeah, I really appreciate everyone who watches my channel, whether you buy something through a link, whether you don't, you know, I just really appreciate you being here, being part of it. I don't know, I'm just having so much fun doing this, and I don't know, I love you guys. I'll see you guys in another video really soon. If you missed it, I did announce the winner of the Berlin 89 palette over on Instagram, so go check that out. I still haven't got a DM from the winner, so check your stuff. Okay, I'll talk to you guys. Have fun. I'm sure I'll see you guys again in like a day or two because I have tons of stuff that I want to review. I have the Huda Beauty Rose Quartz palette. I also have the brand new Dominique Cosmetics Coral Blossom palette. It's amazing. I also got a lipstick from them. I ordered the BK Beauty lip bundle, and then they were so awesome to send me their brushes. I'm so, so excited. So I just have a ton of really cool stuff coming up, but I wanted to get this video up and out. Don't forget the sale starts tomorrow, the 5th, well, technically at midnight, for VIB Rouge. First access for Rouge. My neighbor is doing something out in their yard. Awesome. Let's wrap this up. So VIB starts on the 9th. That is 15% off and goes through the 15th. And then on the 11th, Insider comes in and 10% off. You can use this code more than once. It's not like Ulta where you only get a one and done. As long as the sale's going on and it's your, you know, your level, you can use the code Yay Holiday. I'll post this on the screen too. I'm gonna go because this is super annoying. Have a good night, you guys, and happy shopping.